Biden and Congress have sent how many billions of dollars to Ukraine? $54 billion? Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, we have 100 million Americans drowning in healthcare debt. Here's an idea. Why don't we send 10 fewer bayonets to fucking Nazis and use the money we save to cover some chemo treatments here at home? Is that crazy? No, seriously, is it crazy? Do you remember peace dividends? The idea that when a country switches from war, which costs a lot of money and lives and time and shit like that, when war is over, a country would switch all of those efforts and money to give back to the citizens here at home. Give back to the social programs like, hey, we've taken a breather on dropping bombs on confused people in the Middle East, blowing up goats and buildings and shawarma stands and shit for the moment. So instead, we'll give you struggling Americans a few more swing sets. You know, we'll give you the safe ones that don't turn so many kids into Walmart greeters. Fewer grenade launchers overseas, and instead Billy gets a fucking seesaw that's not made out of tetanus. And in place of building another goddamn tank, we'll give the poor kids school lunches. Or we aren't having to give away as many fake legs due to war injuries, so we're gonna repurpose those fake legs into a gazebo in the community garden. There you go. Pick some farm fresh basil right there out of a plastic shin bone. You're welcome, America. Remember that? Peace dividends? Not everybody called it that, but it's true that social spending would go up a little, at least, after the big wars ended. We don't have that anymore. It's gone. It's like VHS players or pogo sticks or marriages that last a lifetime. Not a thing anymore. But you know what we do have now? Anti-peace dividends. Data analyst Steven Simler crunched the numbers. After the Vietnam War, social spending went up by $18 billion, and military spending went up by only $2.6 billion. After the 1990 Gulf War, social spending went up by $27 billion. After the Iraq War, technically ending in 2011, social spending went down by $15 billion, but Pentagon spending also went down a little. So that brings us to today. The war in Afghanistan has technically ended, and yet, did we get our not blowing up Afghan farmers check in the mail? Did we get a better society here at home for a job well done, utterly destroying the lives of Afghans who had as much to do with 9/11 as my Aunt Maple did? And don't listen to that Popular Mechanics article. She had nothing to do with bringing down Building 7, all right? She wasn't anywhere near that fucking building. But after the end of troops in Afghanistan last year, social spending in the U.S. went down by $907 billion. And yet Pentagon spending still went up by $41 billion. There's no end to war anymore. It doesn't end. It's like men thinking about sex. It may slow down at times, but it never stops. Our war games are a giant money laundering scheme for a bunch of rich fucks to steal billions of dollars, while they tell us they don't have the money to cover health care or public schools or build a bridge that doesn't have long-ass cracks going down the side. You gotta cling to your dashboard, Jesus, just to get across the thing on your way to work. Bobblehead Jesus ain't gonna save us this time. Those cracks on those bridges are the varicose veins of the aging American empire. These ruling shitbags don't care at all about the collapsing American society they're leaving behind. It's not that we don't have money to help our society, it's that they want the money. They're balls deep in a jet ski in the Caribbean. You think they care about us? Their helicopter doesn't need fucking bridges. Don't you get it? They're at war with us. Sure, they don't drop bombs on us, but it has the same effect. What do bombs do? They collapse infrastructure, the buildings, the roads, the shit that makes everything work, and they cause death to innocent people. So when our government doesn't give people health care and doesn't fix the infrastructure of the society, what's the difference between that and a bomb? How many people have died over the past few years in this country because there's no free health care? Huh? No, really, I'm asking. Oh, they actually crunched the numbers. The nerdery has come through. In 2020, it was 212,000 lives and nearly $500 billion lost. And that's just because of our shitty-ass healthcare. Our leaders also can't provide clean water coming out of the water fountains. No clean air in the cities, schools, postal system, public transit, all struggling. But they have $1 trillion for military every year. They're bombing us. They're at war with us. And they just keep paying themselves to do it. Fuck, where are the guillotines? Does anyone even sell those anymore? Can we make some? I have like wood, and I have like a rusty frying pan. You could sharpen it up or something. That might work, right? It won't. You haven't tried. That's it for now, but check out my Moment of Clarity live streams for all the breaking news. They're every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern at rumble.com/LeeCamp. Keep fighting.